All right, ladies, my queens, my beautiful queens. You know what's up? This is BeastSacral out here. I was thinking like about communication. That's a big thing out here that people like struggle with is communicating, and then everybody just be like, on different pages and not knowing what's going on and just assuming things. Like if you don't talk and open up, like how are you supposed to really like know the truth or clarity on things if you just going around assuming stuff? Like we got to take the time to sit down and actually speak with each other and be patient with each other and try to understand. Like when one person is talking, we got to be quiet and fully listen, not try to respond, like just listen and digest it and think for a second about what's really being said, or you're gonna be confused. If you're just trying to talk back to somebody, like how's that really you trying to understand them? Like if you're the type that don't like to open up or speak, sit down and talk, like you just gonna make up this person in your head that's not even real, unless you like, you psychic like that, or like you got it like that where you just know things. But other than that, like you just gonna be making up a whole person that don't exist. Like that's not a genuine connection. That's not real. Like, why would you even want that? You could watch someone all you want, hear stories about them from other sources and stuff. But like, you really don't know what's truth if you're not the one communicating and, getting to know them. If you don't communicate with somebody and you're not able to like voice your issues that you have with them, or if something bothers you, like, then they wouldn't know that you're being bothered by them, So it's like, you gotta just open up and tell somebody. Like, you can't just walk around acting like, they know when you never told them, And then there's some people, that just, they don't even remember that things are like, they don't even remember that things are a problem for you. Like, nobody's gonna sit around just remembering these kind of things, especially if they don't even remember that they have their own type of issues that bother them and stuff. Like, you got to take that into account, But as long as you voicing your issue, a problem or something, then like it makes sense. Maybe the person might not understand where you're coming from, but like you could help them understand, not in like a bad way though. Like, don't hurt them to make them understand what you're trying to say or how you feel, Find a way to communicate it better. Like, some people need to hear it over and over and over again that this bothers you or that bothers you. Some people, they just get it. They remember. Some people just don't care. But I mean, you can't don't walk around assuming that, like just remind them, just repeat it. Like, they're doing it again, like you're doing it again. And if they just keep doing it, it really affects you like that, then just, distance yourself. Because you see, you're getting annoyed by trying to repeat yourself. So just distance. Hurting somebody for, not understanding you, all it does is traumatize them, really. Because then it's like you're supposed to be the person that loves and cares for them. They're supposed to feel safe with you, but you turning around and you hurting them. Like, how they gonna feel safe with you? How they gonna trust you? And it's just because you don't understand where they're coming from. Like, and it's just because they don't understand where you're coming from, you're gonna do that to try to make them understand you. Like, that's not the right way to go. Like, it's just communicating. It's communicating. It's talking it out. Like, having patience, listening, That's how you help somebody give clarity. Repetition. Like, if you got to repeat yourself over and over again, you got to write it down. Like, you got to keep telling them, reminding them. That's it. Like, if you want a genuine connection, then you should communicate, not be hurting somebody. Because once you hurt them, they're going to be like, oh, I can't talk to you no more because you're going to turn around and hurt me, like, if I don't get it. Nobody want to deal with pain, suffering. I mean, unless you're the type of person that like that, I mean, there's people that feed off of being hurt and, and in pain. But other than that, like, just communicate, just talk it out. Like, a simple conversation can go a long way. Like, it can clear up a lot of confusion. It'll erase all assumptions, clear away all pain and hurt, and restore the love that was there in the first place. Like, if you don't open up and express how you feel, like, it creates a block in the flow of what you're trying to connect to. So just open up, If you want something real with somebody, you got to be able to open up. If you don't have the patience to, like, really sit there, Cause communicating is not easy at all. It's not like a 1, 2, 3 thing at all. Like it take a minute for somebody to really like, digest what's going on and really focus and understand. Everybody, it takes them their own amount of time. Like you can't force it, you can't rush it or nothing. So patience is very serious. Like patience is so serious. And you gotta be able to control yourself and not get angry that you're not being heard or understood, But I mean, if both people are willing to sit down and take the time to do that, like the connection, the relationship would just be beautiful. Like you just get each other. If you don't have the patience or willingness to work towards it, then I mean the connection gonna always be broken, and you gonna have to decide like, should I continue on trying to be cool with this person or not, because we just don't get each other. We can't sit and talk, and like it always leads to an argument. Like you don't need that kind of bad vibes, bad energy around you if that's what always happening. Like you gotta be willing to work. You gotta have the patience. You gotta sit and listen. You gotta be able to be in control of your own emotions and stuff, or else, just lead to fighting, arguing, and nobody want that. Nobody. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's people out there, that, like I keep saying, like people feed off of bad energy. Some people just get a thrill out of arguing and stuff and making somebody mad and, poking they little buttons and triggers and stuff. So, not me though. I ain't like that. Like, I'm gonna sit and communicate. Like, I like to talk things out and express my feelings and how I feel and be open-minded to what the other person is saying. I might in the beginning be like, no, but at the end of the day, it's like, because that's like a natural instinct to just automatically say no if somebody's going against what you think or believe. But at the end of the day, like, I'm an open person. So I'm going to be like, all right, I hear you. Like, I'm gonna open up and I'm gonna listen and I'm gonna, see where you coming from. And we gonna work towards that. Like, I'm not perfect. No. So my initial reactions are gonna be like, the natural instinct to be like, what? No, you interrupted my flow, my perspective, my beliefs. Hold on, But I'm working on having that control where I'm like, all right, it's nothing personal. This is somebody else trying to speak to me and tell me their perspective. So I'm going to sit and listen and open up, I'm going to be open to it. I'm not going to just block them out, because then that's not me connecting to them. I'm just staying connected to myself, So, but I'm trying to have this relationship with this person, this connection with this person. So I have to hear them out and, see their side of everything and not take it personally towards me. I can agree or disagree. We can still be cool either way, but like, I'm gonna let you speak and I'm gonna, let you tell me what's up with you. I'm not gonna just sit here and try to assume and correct you or try to make you be me when you're not me, So, cause that would not make no sense. Like, how you gonna try to be cool with someone, but you trying to make them be you, or, force your own beliefs onto them? That doesn't make sense. So it's like, I'm gonna listen to you talk so I can understand who you are. And then, we work from there. Why that dog slurping so loud though? I know y'all hear that though. Bruh. Alright. Let me stop fucking around with this thing. Get back on topic. I'm a pretty quiet person, but I mean, shit. When I get to talking, I can get to talking for real, but like most people don't want to hear nothing, they're just with the quick shit, like, oh hi, hey, alright, don't really like to get into detail with nothing. The sky is blue, but they don't go like, it's indigo or something, there's clouds up there. They don't, like, people just, stay surface level with conversations, and I'm not like that. Like, let's go in depth. Let me know every detail, give me all your business, all the teas. Like, what you mean? I stay on teas. Like, herbs, what is it? That's what it is. The herbs, mix it in the waters. Forget food. Food be clogging me up. I don't even like food. Like, I don't like food like that. Like, yeah, it tastes good, Yeah, I be cooking or whatever, I be chefing it up. But, I'm really like a liquid person for real. So, I turn all my foods into liquids, And then, when you get a little girl, you can add a little liquor in there, just a little bit, But, nah, man, like, I like to talk in depth, and there's a lot of people that's not like that. They just, it makes me sad. It makes me sad. It makes me feel like nobody want to hear me speak. Like, they don't want to have conversations with me. They don't want to get to know me. Like, I feel, I may do things or say things that come across a certain way, and they're gonna just automatically assume that I'm like everybody else or whatever they thinking, because they're not gonna try to sit down and have a conversation with me and get to know me and what I mean by something or by what I do. Because, like, I don't know, especially if they have like, if they like think on a negative spectrum, no matter what I do or say, it's gonna always come off bad to them, like, or like I'm attacking them, or, like, just, ugh. And that's not me at all. Like, I'm this bubbly, goofy type of person. I'm on a positive spectrum. Like, I see life in a positive way. Like, I'm not gonna just assume somebody's a bad person because they doing this, that, or that, or think the worst. I'm not gonna just think that, because you never really know unless you talk to the person and you get a feel of if they're a good person or they're bad, what their intentions are. Like, you gotta communicate, because things can seem one way, but they're really the total opposite. And it's only gonna be a reflection of how you see in life. So, I mean, if you walking around saying people is always bad, then you just seeing life as bad. Like, life is not bad. Well, to me, sure. But I mean, there are bad people, but, that's why you communicate. Then you can see somebody's real intentions behind what they saying and doing. So that makes sense. That clears up things. Like, don't just assume, like, why? There's a book by Miguel Ruiz, and it's called The Four Agreements, and he was talking about we shouldn't make assumptions. Like, that's one of the 4 agreements. Don't make assumptions. So, one way to not make an assumption is to communicate. Open up, talk, go in depth, like, go deep. Things are deeper than what they really seem. So when you get on that level, like, the connection with the person is just so much better. It just feels great. Like, you can open up, be yourself. You don't gotta hide nothing, like. But if somebody's making you feel uncomfortable, they're not, like, trying to speak, they just keeping the surface level. It's like you don't know, you're confused on this person. You don't know how they're gonna take you, if they really like you or not. Like, you have no idea at all. You don't know, because obviously they just making up who you are. If they're not taking the time to sit down and talk to you one-on-one, they're just making up who you are. Just watching. They don't know what they watching. They assuming what they watching. They're completely off. Don't know what's really going on. They think they know, but they really don't until they actually sit and talk to you. That's it. That dog really was thirsty though. Like, alright, one line in here that Miguel Ruiz said is, all the sadness and drama you lived in your life was rooted in making assumptions and taking things personally. That's what happens when we don't communicate effectively. Like, that's what we tend to do. We just gonna take things personally from what people, like, whatever somebody says, you're gonna just take it personally, when in reality, it has nothing to do with you at all. It has to do with them and with how they was brought up, or what they was around, what they seen, heard, and then they just, lump it up and then try to say everybody's this way, this is how it's supposed to be, this is how it goes, when in reality it's not the truth. Like, you don't know the truth unless you really sit and talk with the person. You can assume all you want, have that fake, relationship with them because you think they're this and that, but in reality they're something else. Like, that's why communicate. Like, if you really want a genuine connection with somebody, you have to communicate. You have to speak. You have to talk. You have to take the time, have the patience, have the control over your emotions to sit there and really listen and understand, instead of just, assuming, judging. Miguel Ruiz also says in here something I agree with. We only see what we want to see and hear what we want to hear. We don't perceive things the way they are. He go on to say, we literally dream things up in our imaginations. Because we don't understand something, we make an assumption about the meaning, and then when the truth comes out, the bubble of our dream pops and we find out it was not what we thought it was at all. I agree with this. Like, it makes perfect sense. Yo, yeah, I love to talk. I do, one-on-one though, like, it's more personal, like, it makes more sense to talk to somebody one-on-one. You really know them, you get to know them, you tailor to, the conversation tailored to them, and, like, they feel, special. Everybody's special, so, like, I love to talk. So if you want to come talk, you got problems, you need a vent. I'm not no certified therapist and then no counselor, but, I was told I was good at giving advice and talking, so hit me up if you need some help with that. Like, it's gonna be my own personal, perspective on things, but I'm here to help. You need somebody to talk to? Come on, I can communicate. I'll listen to you. I ain't gonna block you out and tell you wrong and all this and that. I'm not gonna do all that. I'm gonna let you be free. Just hit me up. Just hit me up. Hit me up. Are you licking my shoe? Are you licking my shoe? Man, I got this dog, like, my sister dog out here. and he be just licking people's shoes. Like, what you doing? What you doing? Hi, you ain't gotta lick my shoe. What I got on it? Like, I ain't stepping in. I don't think so. Stop it.